We have breaking news on Sturgis. There's another event that's been totally canceled in Sturgis. So stay tuned so you can find out what the heck that is.
Wait till you find out what it is.
Welcome to the Bob and Tam show today, and I guess you're wondering, what the heck are we talking about something being canceled in Sturgis? You may have already heard about this because I should have got this out last week, but you know how things go. We're traveling in Vegas, all the things, we didn't get time to put anything together for you. So here's what's going on. I don't know if any of you have ever been there or not, but we kind of went out a couple years ago, and it actually was pretty neat. It's actually the drag strip that's right in front of Glenco. It's right there on the corner. What's that, the 79 and...
79 and the 34 LaSalle.
Like you're turning, like if you were coming through Sturgis and you made a right-hand turn there at the light going out to...
Full throttle?
Yep. It's right there on the left-hand side. There was also a gentleman out there that had a big swap meet and stuff going on. Yep. Well, here's the bad news. Not going to be there this year. What has happened, there was a motorcycle group, organization, a club that actually was paying to rent that track out. And they've been doing it for I don't know how many years, over 10 years I think they've been running it. And a lot of the people, we were out there actually, Black Hills Harley was out there doing some racing and stuff like that. Yep. And plus there's a whole bunch of people. Speeds, there's another Speeds out there that comes out there and does some racing. If you go back a couple years, you can see the video that we did out there. Well, the bad news is, not gonna happen. We kind of called Black Hills Harley Davidson to try to find out, hey, you know, what the heck is going on? You know, I thought that was something that was really popular. Well, the problem is, you know, baggers doing high performance on them, doing all this stuff. It's a very expensive hobby. And that's really what it is out there. It's a hobby. It's just a bunch of guys that are coming out. Well, they're losing a lot of those guys. Those guys don't want to spend the money anymore to fix those bikes up. What they ended up doing is deciding not to renew the lease this year. Nobody's going to be out there at this moment. We called Black Hills Harley, and by talking to Black Hills Harley, we were like, who's going to pick that up? You know, why don't you guys do it? Same thing that they said. There just isn't enough bikes out there to make it a yearly sport. Now we're talking yearly to them as their season during the summer. Right. Not during the winter do they do anything out there. So that's something that you're going to be missing. If you never got a chance to see that and check out the drag races out there, we went out there a couple weeks before the rally started. We've never done it during the rally. But really there was only, you know, less than 1,000 people were going out there. So it's just another one of the sports that was going on out here that nobody's supporting. You know, you're not going out there and checking out all the great things that are going on because you got to look at this stuff. Just like out there, the
Jackp Gypsies.
Yep. They might get to a point where they decide, hey, it's just not worth us doing this anymore. You know, they've been approached by the city to buy the property and things like that. You know, you guys need to support that. When you're out there, go out there and check out the racing and stuff. See that hill climbing. You know, that's some of the stuff that actually started the Sturgis Rally.
That's right.
So go back and support some of that group and go out there and have a good time. Just don't sit around the bars and drinking and, you know, there's some great riding. You know, go out there and check out some of the events that are going on besides the concerts. You know, the concerts come and go. There's always going to be different ones every year. But for the bike racing like here at the drag strip, it's gone now. Nobody's probably going to pick it up. Nobody's going to spend the money. You know, so it's just something now that's probably going to be lost forever. The swap meet guy, he actually was on our Facebook page in Sturgis, and he's actually looking for a place to where he can get together again and have a swap meet out there and find a location. I don't know if he'll be able to find anything. Gave them a really good deal because they were mainly there to do racing. Having that guy up front was just extra money that they were making on the property.
And getting people to come in.
So we're not sure who owns that property. It could be the same person that originally owned the Beaver Bar. The Beaver Bar is no longer there. It's not going to be there this year in 2024. Another thing that's gone. We announced that last year. She's not coming back. And that property, there was cabins in the back there. That was all owned by another person, company, owned that. They may own also the racetrack. Glenco does not own that up front there. A lot of people thought that was Glenco's racetrack. It's not a Glenco Industry. No. Part of their stuff. I'm assuming that the company that owned the Beaver Bar property is probably the same person that owns the racetrack. But we don't know right now. We didn't ask that information. It didn't really make any difference.
He's going to be hurting for money this year if it is.
If you're looking to release that property, let us know and we'll find out who the contact people are for you to contact who owns that property, and you could lease out that racetrack if you want to do something. But liabilities and all that stuff, and I don't know what equipment they brought out, the lights and stuff, if that was all theirs, probably. I imagine that's not out there. But to have that, I think it's an 8th mile strip there that they have down there. So it's gone now. We're not going to be having any more drag races.
Quarter mile races, didn't they?
I'm not sure if it's quarter or 8th mile. But whatever races they had, it's not going to be there anymore. So that was our breaking news today to let you know that that's not going to happen anymore. At this time, nobody's picking up the lease. And by looking at it and talking to people that we've already talked to in Sturgis, there isn't anybody that's going to probably come in here and pick that up. It just isn't going to be enough money making to justify doing all that work to do it. So it's kind of a sad thing that is now gone and
One more
lost.
thing's gone. Yep.
So think about that when you're going to all these different bike events and things like that. You need to sponsor other things than just, like I say, the bars, the restaurants, you know, the
music
dealers and
venues.
stuff like that. You need to check out the things that make the rally the rally. You know, especially bike racing and, you know, all the different things that go on. There's a lot of charity things that go on. You know, they have veteran rides and things like that. You need to help support that, because if people don't decide not to go on those anymore, they'll fizzle away too. A lot of the companies, you know, a lot of businesses will decide it isn't worth their time to put all that together, because it does cost a lot of money
Yeah,
to
put
do
all
any
that
of these
stuff on.
events. And you look at the racetrack, I think it was like $5 to get in there. So it wasn't very expensive. It wasn't something that was going to break your wallet. Up there at Jackp Gypsies, it's not that expensive to go up there and watch the races up there either. We're going to do our best this year to get back there, because same thing, we don't want this industry, this kind of motorcycle, the stuff that started Sturgis, we don't want to lose that.
No, because it already looks like everything's kind of dwindling down, and so you want to support all that stuff. And Jackp Gypsies, we were out there a few years ago, but we've never made it back. We went to one race, but it was more like go-karts and stuff like that. It really wasn't motorcycles. And then we wanted to do the hill climb, but there's just so much going on. It is hard to get out there, but make it a point to try to stop out there and check it out.
And maybe we'll even have a bob and tam night. We'll invite everybody out, come out
There you
over
go.
there, and we'll spend an afternoon out there. We're checking out all the hill climbing, the bike racing, all the stuff that's out there in the dirt. That's pretty special too.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to leave you right here.
So thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. We'll see y'all later.
Leave a comment.